Welcome back to the Destination Debbie program, good people. And this is your host, Ray G. And I am excited to talk about what will be the NFL's best dynamic duo, Lamar Jackson and J.K. Dobbins. It ain't going to happen in 2020, but this is your last opportunity to grab J.K. Dobbins before he absolutely takes flight the start of the 2020 season. Listen, the Baltimore Ravens want to run the ball, and they have the most dynamic, the most explosive, the most electric quarterback that maybe we've ever seen in the NFL game in Lamar Jackson. In the scheme that they run in Baltimore, we got to see 30-plus-year-old Mark Ingram tote the rock for over 1,000 yards, catch the ball over 20 times last year, and look to reinvigorate himself. But the Baltimore Ravens spent a second-round draft pick on the Ohio State product that is J.K. Dobbins. J.K. all day, and it is going to be fun. He goes from one offensive scheme in college with Justin Fields, one of the most dynamic and electric quarterbacks in college football, to the Baltimore Ravens. It's a seamless fit that a lot of people aren't talking about. We want to talk all about Clyde Edwards-Helaire in Kansas City and Jonathan Taylor, his fit behind that massive Indianapolis Colts offensive line. But damn it, for my money, the best backfield pairing, for fantasy purposes that is, because that's what we care about, is J.K. Dobbins in Baltimore. And the problem is, we may not see it full time in 2020. Mark Ingram is still a very capable rusher out of the backfield, and he showed that in 2019. But in J.K. Dobbins, what you get with this running back, folks, it's explosiveness. It's electricity. It's everything that you're looking for from the running back position, and that's no knock on Mark Ingram. He can ball, but J.K. Dobbins brings the complete package: speed, explosiveness, that same power that Ingram runs with, that same physicality in the scheme fit. One seamless transition from Ohio State to Baltimore. I'm telling you, next year in seasonal leagues and dynasty leagues, the conversation is going to be, where do we take J.K. Dobbins? Is it after Saquon Barkley? Is it after Alvin Kamara? But I'm telling you right here and right now, we will be talking about J.K. Dobbins being selected before both Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jonathan Taylor in 2021. And in this episode of the All Gas Show powered by FTN Fantasy, we are going to look a little blast from the past. Take a look at some plays from Mark Ingram in 2019 and J.K. Dobbins in 2019 and talk about what this fit is going to look like right before the start of the NFL season. Once again, this is your last opportunity to buy J.K. Dobbins. So right here, 2019, Baltimore versus New England. We know New England had one of the best defenses in the NFL last season. You see, Ingram takes the ball, cuts up field, and then uses some of that explosive power to get down the field. Ingram was very, very good last year. I didn't expect him to be that good, but when you're in an offensive system that features Lamar Jackson, defenses just don't know what's going on. And you see, Ingram's got enough speed and burst to pick up chunk plays, but he's still lacking some of that elite juice that J.K. Dobbins possesses. We got reports that J.K. Dobbins was probably a low 4.4, high 4.3 running back, one of the best spark athletes in his recruiting class. And when you've got a running back that can do that, you open up things for your quarterback right here. Defense diving down, don't know who has the ball. It's Lamar Jackson. These guys are going to feed well off of each other. And when you go back to Ohio State and you look, it's power, it's speed, it's explosiveness. There it is right there. J.K. Dobbins with the big, long run. And we'll check it out from the reverse angle, and you'll see Fields in that sort of split backfield, right? Shotgun formation, zone read, quarterback checks at the line of scrimmage. Just think about this being Lamar Jackson instead of Justin Fields. Still dynamic. Dobbins takes it. Look at the power right there to avoid a defensive tackle. Don't know how much he weighs, but he wears number 93, and that's all that matters. We know he's much bigger than Dobbins, and we'll freeze it right there. Watch him just shake this guy off, use a little straight arm, get big number 93 off of him, plant his feet on the ground, and then churn that ball upfield. You can definitely see right there the speed, the explosiveness that J.K. Dobbins possesses to his game. Same game versus Indiana. I love this play because you see a little bit of everything. Vision, speed, balance, power, elusiveness, breaking tackles, and churning his way to the end zone. One more time, run it back because this play, everything in it. J.K. Dobbins outside. Look at the balance, kicking up rubber pellets on his way, carrying folks, avoiding tackles, and then powering his way to the end zone. Dobbins has that same sort of, there you go, flex on him, J.K. Mark Ingram power to his game. Reverse angle, you see the vision, the balance, and then look at this, weaving through traffic, the power to get guys off of him, and then power it to the end zone. This is going to be so fun to watch, guys, in Baltimore for years to come. Again, Dobbins, vision, get it upfield, show some power, young man. You know, we see some of the long runs, but one of the things that Mark Ingram did well in Baltimore is run with physicality and power. And when you run this sort of offensive scheme, you got to be powerful. You got to be tough. You can't go down on first contact. And you see right here with Mark Ingram, he does some of the same stuff versus Kansas City. Power to the outside, breaking arm tackles, shedding arm tackles, using that balance to matriculate the ball downfield. And you see Dobbins do it again. Another tackle broken, and then the speed. This is what you love about Dobbins, that speed once he hits the second level to get that ball to the end zone. And that's something that we really didn't see from Mark Ingram. I mean, he's later in his career. He's in his 30s, so he doesn't possess that same type of speed, but he never had J.K. Dobbins type speed, even coming out of Alabama. But right there, breaking arm tackles, hitting the edge, rewind it, check it out again. Watch the vision to see the hole, break tackles, cut up field, avoid those arm tackles, and then the juice to hit the edge and get the ball to the end zone. Now here versus Michigan State, you're going to see that deep home run speed on full display. One more time, coming out of high school, the highest rated spark athlete, just speed specimen that J.K. Dobbins is. And I know we did not get to see him perform at the NFL Scouting Combine, but he was a blazer at Ohio State and set a couple of records there in the 40-yard dash. You see the quick speed, the quick feet, the speed, the ability to get downfield, and even when he's contacted, right, the power to not get tripped off. You really like to see that home run ability out of Dobbins. Here, zone read play again. Once he hits the edge, he is able to eat up the angle and accelerate his way into the end zone. And one of the things that this scheme does, it just freezes linebackers. They don't know what's going on. They don't know who has the ball. And right here, again, sub out Justin Fields for Lamar Jackson. You see the speed. And I don't know why we as fantasy gamers aren't talking about what J.K. Dobbins can become as much as we talk about Clyde and Jonathan Taylor and even DeAndre Swift. And right here versus Penn State against Micah Parsons, one of the top-rated defensive players in the 2021 NFL Draft, you'll see just how frozen he gets. This is an elite-level defensive prospect in Micah Parsons. And right here, because you have Fields, look at where Parsons is right now. He truly thinks that Justin Fields has the ball, and he goes to tackle Fields. Meanwhile, J.K. Dobbins is running down the left sideline, getting ready to pick up 30 yards on the play. This is what we can expect. J.K. Dobbins is not just going to be good for J.K. Dobbins in fantasy. He's going to be great for Lamar Jackson. Right here, beat the angle. Watch this. Defensive back can't get up to him, and then he just gets the ball to the end zone. This is what we can expect. This is why we all should be excited about the Baltimore Ravens in the future. We should be ecstatic for J.K. Dobbins. We should be excited for Lamar Jackson because of this guy right here. He may not be the primary ball carrier in 2020. He may not get the lion's share of the workload. He may not be the receiving threat out of the backfield in year one. But I promise you this, because Ray GQ does not lie to the good people of Destination Devi, we will be talking about J.K. Dobbins as the best running back out of the 2020 running back class for fantasy football purposes. The offense is tailor-made. The offensive situation doesn't get any better than what he landed in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, stock up. J.K. Dobbins, stock up, and don't forget, they've got speedster Marquise Hollywood Brown on the outside, the big tight end Mark Andrews stretching the field down the seams, big play Duvernay added to the rotation, and if Miles Boykins can take a step forward, this Baltimore offense is going to be scary as hell for years to come. I appreciate you all checking out this show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. Would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the podcast and head over to ftnfantasy.com and use the promo code ALLGAS. Help you get ready to dominate in fantasy football. But until next time, hustle, motivate, be great. Catch you on the channel next time. Peace.